Hi guys, I'm Lori Vitale. On this episode of Lori in the Kitchen, I want to show you how I make my beef and pineapple kebabs. Now, I kind of like to call these like teriyaki beef and pineapple kebabs because to me, it has those same flavors, but you can also use like a bottle of teriyaki marinade or teriyaki sauce, instead of making your own sauce or your own marinade if you want to, and then this would be just that much easier. But really, once you see the list of ingredients, it's short and sweet, kind of like me, and there's just not much to it, but they're so good, perfect for outdoor grilling. I'm gonna grill them indoor today so I can show you, but really these are fantastic for outdoor grilling because they get really lovely and charred. They develop really good color and they're just, Okay, list of ingredients. You'll need some beef, of course. Now these are just little sirloin cubes. You can actually buy them from your grocery store, or if you have a really good meat department in your grocery store, they will have them chopped up for you. Then you'll need some fresh pineapple, red onion, and green bell pepper. We'll talk about this in just a minute. Everything needs to be about roughly the same size. Here what I have is a little lemon. I've got garlic, some ginger, brown sugar, soy sauce. In the soy sauce, I also have a little bit of toasted sesame oil, and you need some vegetable oil or sunflower oil. Any clear oil will do. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I am just not a big fan of regular green bell peppers. I don't think they add anything to a dish. I think they're not sweet. They don't have a ton of flavor. They just have like fragrance. So I hardly ever use them. But here, why it works is because I feel like, first of all, we're not using a lot of it, but I feel like I don't want to add any other component that's going to add sweetness to the dish, because if I were to add red bell peppers, it would be really sweet. I don't want additional sweetness. I want just that fragrance of peppers. That's why the green bell pepper works. This is not an imposter. I'm still not a huge fan in a lot of other recipes, but here it works, so just trust me. Okay, in this large bowl, this is so easy and simple, you're gonna love it. You need your brown sugar, you've got your soy and your sesame oil, some veg oil, a tiny squeeze of lemon. You could use rice vinegar, you could use lime. You just need a little bit of brightness, balance, remember that, everything in life. Then you need your grated ginger. You can use a piece of ginger and just grate it yourself. I just like to buy those little squeezy tubes because they make my life easier because they're really easy to store. Then you take your clove of garlic and you grate it. Make sure you don't grate your thumb right into that, and this is your marinade. Now, like I said, this is not traditional teriyaki sauce by any means, but it has those same flavors. So to me, if I just call them teriyaki skewers, everybody's happy, everybody's like, yum, great, fabulous, because the flavor is there. But like I said, if you want to, you can use a bit of store-bought teriyaki sauce, and it would work out just as well, and then you won't have to worry about making the sauce from scratch. Okay, you just stir this together, like so. Then you take your beef, add your beef right in, and just massage. You want to make sure that the beef is well coated in the sauce. All right, so I've gotten some of my kebabs ready. I have one left and I kind of want to show you how I like to do things. So these are bamboo skewers. If you're going to be grilling outdoor on your big barbecue, first of all, what am I invite at? And second of all, you want to make sure you soak these in water for several hours, because what will happen is they'll burn. And then you have a mess, they'll break in half, the food comes out. Ask me how I know. And then ask me how I made that mistake several times before I learned that you don't do that. So you want to make sure you soak them. I soaked mine, even though I'm going to be grilling them inside, but you want to make sure they're well soaked. What you could do is you could buy the metal ones that are reusable. I really love those because they get really hot on the inside and they cook your food from inside out. So the option is all yours. Okay, so you've got your pineapple, your onion, and your pepper. And this is how I do it. To my skewer, you take a piece of pepper or the piece of onion, whichever your heart desires. Doesn't really matter. Bring it all the way up. And then you follow that with a piece of red onion. Then you take a piece of your beef. You kind of skewer it all the way like so. Push it towards that red onion, followed by a piece of pineapple. Again, the beef. I'm going to keep you with me here until we finish one. And then you do another pineapple. You know what's really great too, if you want to, You can make these in the morning. You can make these with chicken if you want to. You can even, if you're feeling fancy, you can make these with shrimp. But you'd have to be careful because shrimp cook a whole lot faster than anything else. And it doesn't really matter because you're just trying to get flavor and color. But you do have to keep that in mind. Okay, last piece of pineapple, and then you kind of close everything up with your bell pepper and your onion. Now, whatever marinade is left, I just kind of drizzle this like so, because you really want these to sit. Now, these need to marinate for like a half hour or so. I'm only going to be keeping these for half an hour marinating, so I don't have to pop this in the fridge. But if you were to do this for any longer than a half hour, they need to be refrigerated. I'm going to leave these to rest. Also, it's good because my beef is really cold and you always want your meat to come to room temperature a little bit before you cook it. So in about a half hour, we're going to grill them up and they're going to be fabulous. All right, so now these have been resting for a bit. I've got my grill pan really nice and hot. You want to make sure that your grill pan is hot, 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 because you are only going to cook these for a few minutes. Now remember, this is steak. It doesn't have to cook all the way through. You can cook it to medium, medium well, well done. Totally optional, but you want to make sure that you get good color on them. I'm going to just take each one. You're going to have to do this in batches, I'm sure. Yes. And I'm just going to cook these until they develop some color. I'll give them a twist around just to get them evenly colored. They're going to probably take in total 3 or 4 minutes or so, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. All right, these are all done. Now, like I said, you can cook them according to how you like your steak cooked. If you like it medium rare, medium well, well done, it's all up to you. I'm not a fan of medium well or well done, so mine will definitely be springy because that's just how I like it. And you want to make sure to cook these quickly because there's a lot of sugar in the pineapple. There's sugar in the marinade, so you just want to make sure that you cook things quickly so that they don't burn. I also have some scallions here too. I wanted to scatter these because they kind of go really nicely all together for a little bit of freshness. You could do a little cilantro as well, and it would be lovely. I let everything rest for just a few minutes. Let's see. Ooh, perfect for how I like it. Let's try the beef. Mmm. Oh, it's so lovely. It's full of flavor, but it's still tender. It really tastes like the ginger and the garlic. Everything just kind of comes together, but it's not so overpowering. Because otherwise, you won't taste the pineapple. And you really need to kind of eat it all together like a kebab. I just make a disaster when I try to do that, so I don't want to embarrass myself in front of you, but I'm going to go back to finish this. This would be so lovely as is, or with a bowl of rice to really complete a meal, but really, as is really fabulous. Go to laurainthekitchen.com to get the written recipe. Hope you enjoy spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.